right here. Not as angry anymore. Almost a tub of ice cream. I don't know how much space I got on my phone. As far as, the data, megabytes, gigabytes. Down to the last megabytes, I have to delete things. Anyway, yeah. They call it quantum, telepathic, whatever. Yeah, it was years ago, 2021. Co-worker, Danny Kubishevsky. Started working when I was working there. Pretend that he didn't know me from places, Internet is one of them. Plane ride from Poland to the States. He was a kid, just happened to be there. Then he was like a teenager. He was some people would say, well, it just sounds suspicious. It is on his account, actually. Not mine. I never knew the guy. Anyway, I'm standing outside. It's like Christmas. He mentally messages me. Mentally messages, you call it like that. Like start harassing me because he was known to have a gun. Actually, he was gonna get a gun like the last months I worked there. He wanted to register a weapon. He was gonna go to Pennsylvania and as far as train or what you call it. I forget the term. Anyway, he was gonna work on his a skill of firing a weapon, legally. But then he says mentally, and I was going through a state of fear because a lot of people are threatening with things, I mean, like diabolical, if you want to call it like that. Hellbound things, making stuff up out of anything. And I was just experiencing this quantum communication like it was just conversation, like it's happening right now. See, to a lot of people, it's just the fucking norm, but you don't fucking admit it. So how it's, how come you lie about it? I don't lie about this. I talk about my YouTube. I talk about it in person with people, fucking get that schizophrenia out of your fucking mind and shit. Just delusional somewhere. Or you hear voices, right? Internally you hear voices. Well, then it's other people. It's other sentients, other humans. Animals could actually do that as well, actually. You really do. They have a mind, a brain, they think, and words come through, actually. That's what it is. It's telepathy. It's not telekinesis, Probably moving you right now or something. But anyway, in a different form, like further. So this guy, starts threatening me. He's gonna come over here to where I live. He's gonna shoot me, well, in the dick, in the penis, it's a sexual reproductive organ. I was perplexed on it. He said, only if you have sex with your father, if you fuck your father in the ass. And it was just words in my head. I'm like, is this really happening? And I always said before, before I started recording, I started raging out loud because some other people started participating. Also, it's like, it was beyond fucking just nasty. And it's I knew one guy, his name was Julio Cordero, and we were texting, and he said, your dad fucked you, he came all over your face. I mean, and immediately I took it now I started thinking like I was in my 30s, 40s, and I have incest, homosexual relation with my father, or was it when I was a child and I got sexually abused, But those two have something in common, It's like they perpetuate me having a sexual relation with my father, or they want that to happen, actually. I mean, what kind of reasonable person wants that? Is it a homosexual trait or just a sexual deviant? Some other people just ran through my mind. I said that time before, actually, because he was saying something and he just, he said the same thing. Yeah. Except I said to him to have sex with his mother. I said that. And he wasn't around. I mean, obviously, this communication does happen. Right. It's like someone that just doesn't understand his sarcasm. I don't really mean it, but I don't need to explain it. Right? Just like, oh, all right. Well, why the hell would you do that? Were you lying? Whether it was true or not, I mean, I don't know. Would I ever say that to somebody? I don't know. I don't think so. And like, I say derogatory words. I'm trying to stay abstinent from anything like that. I was reading in the journal. This was the first time I was admitted to a psychiatric unit. And it's like those words I wrote, the way I was talking, the way I was writing, not till I was still in my 40s. It's not like, it's like I was like, a little, I was so young back then. And I just, I'm in my 40s now. I have a pipe right now and I'm roasting, hazelnuts, which I actually intend to. Walnuts, actually. Nuts of it. Yeah, my first day of psychiatric unit. Not even that. Just the whole premise. Not even a blur. It was just a different time. I experienced a lot of serendipity moments. That's the thing. Just serendipity as a whole in New York. A lot of that. And it was just... I experienced one yesterday, actually. The one yesterday, but it was so frequent in New York. And it was so many things. It was like, not just so many things. I mean, you would think it's supernatural. But it's quantum anything, time, space, different dimensions, even like metaphorically. I believe. I don't know if I saw the future of a certain president, but I think he was giving a speech around that time. I don't really know. It's just like I wasn't even asking for it. Not that it's an excuse. I don't know how many people experience that, and that's just one aspect of it. So many different things. I was talking to like rats actually. Not like, people that snitch on people, which I don't believe it. They make a joke out of that, but actual, like, not mice, rats. Ratatouilles, I used to call them, Yeah, I was thinking of a different name for rats. But they like the word rats, I believe. I think they did. And actually, I was talking, and actually, in my mind, like quantum, I was hearing it. I'm pretty sure everyone can, actually. A lot of people that actually do that, So it was a great experience. And then, yeah, that Christmas of 2021, that was the worst. And months afterwards. But it's not just because of Danny over there. All these people ganged up to me, ganged up on me, and they were instigating my suicide. They wanted me to kill myself. That's what it was. But as soon as Danny said that, and then he said, all right, this is it. And I saw lights pull out of the driveway. I couldn't see it because the house is right here. I was standing in the back steps. And it was one of my cousins, actually. That's another thing. They came in. They didn't even say hi to me, anything like that. After this ended, I figured out, like, I'm not getting pushed around. And people told me they were evil. I just couldn't figure it out. Until I saw my father, actually, having no compassion for me. And then I started putting it together. I was like, they're all like, not good people, actually. They're not moral people. I'm not the one in the wrong. So it just kind of, went away and stuff like that. And then the other cousin, she just pretended like, what, nothing happened or something like that. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. What if I was on the verge of suicide? I would have died. Like, like, what? You think I'm just gonna fucking forgive everything? Forget everything? I mean, like a lot of fucking people. Like, oh, what the fuck? I don't care if you're a sociopath, psychopath. Just, you have an irrational, irregular mind. That you do understand, though. And you understand a lot of fucking things. Oh, that Julio Cordero guy, I saw him like a couple weeks ago. It was a bike shop, and he just happened to be there. I just went to ask. I was gonna buy it wasn't a tire. It was a tube. Buy a tube for the tire. He just happened to be. He had his bike for whatever time, and the guy just said, "Oh, you finally came in or something." Like he just knew I was gonna be there. Actually, wait till I was gonna be there, and then he pretended he didn't know me. Like, oh, you're the guy, like you knew my two friends from high school. I'm like, yeah, really? That's it? I didn't even say too much. And those guys actually did like nasty deviant damage to me, actually, physically, actually. Actually, sometimes, actually, seeing, well, it's a whole story with that. Yeah, I'm not as angry. I'm not gonna fucking rage about, you know, the whole homosexual fucking thing that people do. You know, it's just like, yeah, the whole winter was one of the worst times of my life. Especially, you know, when you threaten people with fucking hell. And Danny over there, too. I don't believe in that stuff. And, you know, his, our manager there, when he worked there, I don't know if I have proof, I don't know if him or Andre, they say my mother, like, it was a shirt from, like, you know, when Jewish people were in the Holocaust. I mean, how is that fucking, you know, funny? I mean, it ain't funny, but, like, what the fuck is wrong with your mind? Do you have any sensibility there? Huh? And yeah, like I said, like, well, what if, you know, Danny is a registered gun owner? And when I was, before I got fired from Amtech there, on the pretense that no one actually said you fired, which is another incident that, you know, it was illegal actually, you know. Andre Zelinsky, one of the workers, he just said, "Oh, Danny has a gun. Be careful," like with a smile and shit. I have no evidence, but it's like, you know, I'll subpoena him, and then we could have a real fucking court case instead of the fucking, you know, toy gun from China and shit. And what the fuck is that? Also, can I see toy guns actually? Well, I'm gonna tamper with the fucking evidence. What the fuck is that, huh? He has a fucking registered fucking weapon. His fucking coworkers say he's gonna fucking shoot me and shit. I'm not gonna tell you I hear voices gonna shoot me in the fucking thing, but proof he's not a fucking homosexual.